Hello, hello, hello. I am just spending my last few moments in this beautiful yurt that I've spent the last year in. And I wanted to talk about the full moon that's coming up. So, before I talk a little bit about the full moon that's happening tomorrow in Pisces, it's in 10 degrees of Pisces. I wanted to just first thank all of you that have supported my vision, that have consumed anything that I've created this year, any of my sisters who have sat with me in circle out here in this yurt, anyone that has come to visit me out here. And yeah, if you've worked with me and you've seen my process over the last year and been in one of my programs or purchased one of my planners, this is where it all went down. This is where it all happened in this beautiful yurt. I don't know if I can turn my camera around. Oh, I can. So I'm saying goodbye. I'm saying farewell for now to this beautiful space. And I, again, just want to give so much gratitude for not only my own growth that's occurred during this time that I've been here, but sharing it with you all and seeing you all transform this last year has been really special and really beautiful. So I just want to say I'm proud of you. I'm proud of me. I'm proud of us all. Hi, Gaia. And the transformation that we're going through right now is not easy. And I think the most important thing with this full moon in particular and in general as we're journeying through this life, this year, this time period, is to just be aware of the stories that we are creating, that we are subscribing to any of the beliefs or patterns that we feel like we are stuck in. It's a really big opportunity this year to blast out of those stories, but it takes a lot of courage and it takes a lot of follow through. So we just went through Leo season and now we are in Virgo season. And what Virgo does is Virgo sorts through all of the courage, all of the inspiration, all of the creativity, all of the drive that Leo has, and starts to sort and sift and shape our daily rituals, our daily practices, our daily tuning into ourselves so that we can follow through with that courageous change that we set out to do during Leo time. So at this Pisces full moon, Leo is very practical, very day-to-day, and also like the practical magic. If you think about that movie, Practical Magic, it's like really again, follow through the rituals, the details of life and the details of our day-to-day life that need to be in alignment with our beliefs and our goals and our visions. And then when we have the Pisces full moon is showing us where at our deeper consciousness, where we might be holding ourselves back from that dream, from that vision, from those goals. And the stories we are creating, because Pisces is the storyteller. Pisces is the collective consciousness. It's our ancestors. It's the oral traditions and stories that we've been told. And that's beautiful, and that's wonderful, and that's the imagination, and that's our connection to source energy. But we want to be really aware of the stories that our ancestors had to live, of the stories that our ancestors told us to survive that aren't applicable to our day-to-day life now. And another part of the storytelling is the belief that we need to suffer in order to serve, or that we need to be in a place of servitude. Virgo you have to be careful, especially if you have a lot of Virgo placements, can be a little too heavy on the service and not enough on the self-care. So this full moon also reminds us to go within, to tend to any of those places that we need to really be aware of our blind spots in our self-care and our blind spots in our creation. So this is all about creation energy, but how to do it in a practical way. So Pisces is the dreamiest of the dream. It's a water sign. It's mutable. Because it is the collective consciousness, there can be situations, people, opportunities, synchronicities that show up to you in the next few days, or people that come out of the woodwork in the next few days. And you might be a little bit confused about that. And what I want to remind you is to look at the meaning for yourself within that. Instead of, we do a lot of projection, and that can happen with Pisces. A lot of times there's projections that happen onto Pisces, and also that Pisces can project out. And it's important for us to remember that the only thing we need to worry about is where we're telling stories to ourselves about what's possible for us, and the beliefs we have about other people judging us, or other people having some kind of story about us, because that's none of our business. So pay attention to the people, situations, and synchronicities that line up in the next couple of days, because they have something to show you about your own belief system, your own self, instead of taking it as something that you're supposed to understand about another. Really coming back in and coming back to where you might have been creating a story or creating situation or a hardship in order to prove your story right, and in order to prove to yourself that there is struggle or that there is strife. Okay, so because the Pisces full moon only happens once a year, believe it or not, and then we have the Pisces new moon. Look back to the time period of the Pisces new moon, which was in February. It was in February, and think about what was happening for you during that time. I was remembering, I don't know if it's going to come to mind when I'm just kind of on here, but I was remembering something. I think I was thinking about the Super Bowl and the Super Bowl performance. That has nothing to do with anything, but it was funny because I was thinking about it, and I was like, oh yeah, that was before COVID, right? Obviously, Super Bowl. But, these little things, then I started thinking what was going on for me during that time, where was I at in my consciousness, and how much I've grown or how much I've shifted since that time period. So this culmination point of the year to look at is really to look at how far you've come and how much further you can go through 2020 if you can be aware of these stories, these myths, these ideas about ourselves, and how we can or can't move forward in our day-to-day life. Because Virgo is all about the day-to-day. And we want to make lasting change, so we have to incorporate that into our day-to-day life. I always tell people, if you change just one thing in your routine, if you just incorporate one new thing, it's going to shift everything, because you literally have to open to change enough to let one new thing become a ritual or a part of your day-to-day. So try that out. It can be super simple, like literally drinking double the water that you're drinking now and seeing what you notice as a shift or change. So it can be really simple, but these changes make a huge impact. They ripple out into all areas. The change is important because Uranus is an exact trine to the sun at the full moon. And then we also have Mercury in Virgo, in practical, detail-oriented, sifting and sorting Virgo, making a trine to Saturn, an exact trine. Well, it might be off by 1 degree, to Saturn. And Saturn is that cold, harsh structure, disciplinary. And when we have Mercury creating a trine there, it's showing us this ease in our new processing around our own structures and beliefs and what we want to be a part of our day-to-day life, okay? And then lastly is Saturn is opposite Venus in Cancer at the full moon. And this is also having to do with restructuring beliefs that we had in our childhood, in our early childhood life, around our parents, around our mother and father, or whoever was the masculine, feminine in your lifetime, in your early childhood, and beliefs and stories being able to shift and change because of that beautiful influence from Uranus. So, if you want to work with me, this is the time to do it. I am hosting a free 7-day chakra journey challenge, and the challenge is literally just to participate every day. And you can find the link to that in my profile to register, and we start September 6th, which is this coming Sunday. And I also have pre-orders available for the 2021 planetary planner. Super excited about that. It has all the astrological influences for this next year, and also some beautiful workbook material to work with throughout the year. And that's always a very fun thing to have and look back on. I've really enjoyed having mine this year. And finally, I'm doing full moon tarot readings, 4-card spread readings. And if you want one of those, you can just PM me. There's more info in my story. And I hope you guys all have a beautiful, easy, very easy full moon in Pisces. It can, because it's the subconscious mind and the unconscious, our dreams can be strange, or our experiences can be strange. There can be a lot of collective, when we think about that whole idea where, nurses at the hospital say full moons are definitely a time where they see more people come in. The Pisces full moon tends to be one of those ones that's more external. If I'm trying to be gentle in my wording, but just being aware of your surroundings, taking good care of your mental space at this time, getting enough sleep, taking naps, drinking enough water, and keep it simple. That's it. Have a beautiful night, you guys. Take good care. Reach out if you have any questions.